Hi, You Evolving Now family. I'm Andre Young, and welcome to the You Evolving Now vlog. Now, this month is called What I Learned in My 4Ps. Person, partner, parent, and professional. We do these 4Ps right. It's hard to have a bad life. Now, in normal vlog of the month form, what I do is share an antidote for life, relationships, lifestyle, and break down some how-to points. But one time per season, I want to share with you my specific 4Ps and what I've learned from them. So this month is going to look a little different. First, let's start with me as a person. What did I learn as a person that really impacted me and allows me to live my best life over this past couple of months? What I learned, it's all about how we feel before, during, and after being with people. I love people. But I'm also very particular about who, how, and when I hang out with people. There's not always a lot of downtime, so when I do, I want to feel positive, motivated, inspired, encouraged, focused, and idea-filled before, during, and after being with people. If we can feel that way in anticipation before meeting someone, while we're with them, and after we leave them, then please, by all means, be with them and be with them more. It's absolutely awesome. Now, there's friends that you have and that I may have that we don't always get those feelings. And those friends are important. They wouldn't be your friend and in your life if they weren't. Those people who make you feel like that, though, they need space and time in our lives. So as a person, please let's start doing that for ourselves, for our future, and for our mental and our spiritual. As a partner, what did I learn over these last few months? It's so important for us to be big visionaries. What is our bigger vision? What's the bigger picture? So many of us can get caught in our now. And the now isn't the way we think we want it, or the way we think it should be, a bully word, or the way we feel even more dangerously that we deserve. We might be in a period in our relationships of change or disappointment or frustration. But what's your bigger vision? What is the vision that you have for this relationship a year from now, 50 years from now, on our deathbed? Is my behavior right now allowing that big picture, that big dream to happen? If so, keep it up. If not, then you and I are a part of the problem. Even if you're right. You can be dead right, but become a part of the problem. So, big picture thinking, big vision for your relationships as a partner. As a parent, for some of you who have been following on social media, it's been so important, and thank you so much for the outpours of kind words and motivation. My youngest son suffers from alopecia, and it ravaged his whole head and started taking away his hair. And I knew he had an appointment with the specialist coming up, but I knew his hair wasn't going to make it. So what I was intentionally doing was building him up in other ways, even more so than I typically do, building him up in other ways and letting him know that he's more than just his hair, and preparing him for if he ever became ready, he can cut it. And eventually one day I was cutting the back of his hair just to blend it in and make sure everything was okay. And he looked at me and he said, "Dad, I think I'm ready to cut it." And not only was he ready to cut it when we did that with his whole team, his school, and everybody was so supportive, but he sat down in that barber chair and the barber tried to take it low but still leave a little bit of hair. And he said, "No, cut it. I want it to be like my dad." And it was so heartwarming because not only was he ready, and ready is a powerful word that we'll talk about another time, but he was ready and he was all in. And how he went through that process, he became my hero. So what I'm sharing with you as a parent is that please let our kids know that they are more than their dream. They are more than your dream that you have and goal for them. They are more than how they look. They are more than the sport they play. They are more than the grades they get. They have so many different roles, and at the end of the day, who they are is so important. And it's beyond what they look like or some of the achievements that may not even mean so much later. Building up our kids inside to out. Lastly, as a professional, the final P as a professional. Over these past few months, and you know this, but sometimes it just takes a bop on the head to know it even more. People enjoy doing business with who they like. So in order to be liked, you have to be visible and willing and out there. So get visible, get willing, be out there. And I call my 4 C's of connecting. Be able to compliment people on what they're doing and their mission, because it's their baby and it's important to them. Find common ground. If you are entrepreneurs or if you're in business, it's impossible not to have some common ground. And maybe even outside of business, what's the common ground? They got to know that you care. The manipulation or the cold call or the LinkedIn thing that's sent, it's all necessary for business. I get that. But have you complimented? Have you found common ground? Do you care? And then be able to end and make sure you can have a conversation. So I hope that was very impactful for you. And I'm excited to see where you're about to go in your 4 Ps. Remember, share what you think at our Facebook page. Check out our YouTube page. Check out our on-site at youevolvingnow.com. And if you are a company, I want to connect with you with all of our work-life balance for employees. If you are a team, for our teams and student athletes. And if you are a school, for students right on site for you. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next time. Have an amazing day and enjoy your evolution. Take care.